Hey, what is going on, guys? Today we're taking a look here at the Figure-rise Standard Wargreymon Amplified. So this is obviously from Digimon, something that I'm not really into at all. Never really been all that into Digimon. I'm certainly not really into it now these days, but this just looked like a really super cool design, and so I wanted to check this out. I haven't built a Digimon Figure-rise Standard kit, and I'm actually not even sure how many really there are. I don't think there are very many. I know this one came out at the same time as another one. I think it was Omegamon Amplified is another one. I won't be taking a look at that one. I'm not really too into that design. I think this one is definitely a much more cool looking design. So obviously we have this really cool big monster dinosaur kind of thing with this really crazy armor on it, and it's got this huge kind of shield wings things on the back, so it's just really cool looking. So I'm really looking forward to checking this kit out, and as always, gotta say a big thank you to Gundam Store for making that possible. Guys, check the link to their site down below and use that coupon code there, ZakuAurelius10, to save 10% off everything there on their site. So let's check this out. So really cool box right here on the front, obviously right off the bat. That looks awesome. Over here on the side, you get a little bit larger view of that. You can see a little bit more of the sides and the bottom of the artwork there. So down here on the bottom of the box, we can see some posing there with the kits. It looks like the articulation is going to be pretty good. I'm not expecting it to be like really amazing, actually, to be honest. I think it's going to be, I think what we're seeing on the box is probably pushing it pretty much to the limits of its articulation, probably, but we'll see once we get it put together. You know, I'm not really too worried about that as long as it looks cool, and it certainly does look cool with what we got here on the outside of the box. And so you can also combine the claws together there into this Mega Claw. I don't know what is this called here. It just says that those things are called the Dramon Killers, and they can both be attached onto a single arm, so they don't really have any other purpose, I guess, other than that. It's just kind of a cool thing that you can do. I guess that thing on its back is the hard Chrondigizoid shell that looks like wings there. When it's unfolded, it has the clear parts in there, and that can also be used as a shield. To Koopa will brave a shield there. You can use that as a shield instead, which is also pretty cool. So very interesting. Let's go around here to the top of the box. Here you can see just a nice full look at the front and back view of that. And then over here, just for a nice comparison, this is just straight out of the box with no painting or anything done on it at all, and it's pretty close. You can see the color separation on this is going to be pretty nice. That almost exactly the same as the painted version there. So even just straight out of the box, if you don't paint it, it looks like it's going to be a pretty awesome model kit there, just like it is. And this kit should cost you around $40, which is really not too bad. As you can see, it's a pretty big size box, and it's the kind of smaller size box, but it's very deep, and I can feel it's very full as well. So there's going to be a lot of plastic in here. So the $40 price tag for this does seem perfectly reasonable. And like I said, as long as it looks good, which it looks like it does, then I'm going to be happy. Here you can see it is going to have some stickers there for that, so it's going to be a handful of little color correcting stickers. We'll see that more closely here in a few moments. But we've got a bunch of different color runners here. We've got yellow, silver, orange, red, green. I'm sorry, not green. More yellow, orange, and silver, which are the main colors. And then our clear runners down here as well, which is our really nice kind of clear purple. Those look good. Alright, let's get a look here at the manual. So the manual has the full version of the artwork for this. So we saw a little bit on the front of the box, more on the side of the box, and we've got the full look here on the manual, which is really cool. You can see all the way down to the feet. So really awesome artwork there for that. On the back side, just kind of the same kind of stuff we saw basically on the outside of the box. Here you can see a kind of nice exploded view of the parts there, showing the part separation or the color separation for those details on that, which looks nice. And then just some cool action poses here using the shield again on the front of the arm. Color guide is down there on the bottom as well in Japanese and in English. Opening it up to our parts list page here, you can see everything laid out. We're going to have some polycaps here, it looks like, and we're going to have a few of those left over, but otherwise we're going to be using everything on here. So we are going to build the head first, and then the right arm, and then the body, and then the right arm, and then the left arm, and the right leg, left leg, and then we'll go back to our color pages here, and building the brave shield there, and then the Dramon Killers, which are just the claw weapons. So just pretty simple, just a handful of parts for those, nothing too complicated. And that's pretty much it. Looks like this is going to plug onto an action base, which is a hole there on the back of his butt. There's got a little butthole you plug the action base into, it looks like. But alright, let's get a look at the runners. Alright, so here's that foil sticker sheet. As you can see, we've got a few there at the top, which I think are maybe for the eyes. The little circle ones there, and then a couple little black ones, a couple red ones, and mostly little white seals there, as well as these couple little purple ones, clear or kind of like shiny purple ones, I guess, to match the clear parts that are on its backpack. And PC 132 for our polycaps here, and just kind of a standard gray color. So getting into the runners here, runner A1 is in this molded silver, which does look pretty nice, and we've got also runner A2 for a copy of this section of the runner over here. Now, as always with this kind of metallic injected parts, let's see if they're undergated, because the gate marks will show if they're not, and it looks like they're not really undergated. But that said, the gates do seem to be pretty small, so hopefully the gate marks won't be that big of a problem, won't be all that visible on this. Then runner B1 is getting into some of the parts in that light yellow color. It looks pretty nice. The detail on it, very sharp, looks good. Runner B2 is going to be more of that, including the parts there for the shield or the backpack, as you can see on there. And then runner B3 is going to be a copy of half of the B1 runner here, as you can see, like that. And then runner C1 is in this really nice kind of dark gunmetal color, so it's got that cool look to it. And it's also in a little bit of a matte finish as well, so the parts look really, really nice. Those look good. Then we've got a runner C2 as well, which is a copy of this half of the runner over here. The runner D1 is going to be our orange parts for this, which is kind of its kind of skin tone, I guess you could call that. And we've got runner D2 as well, which is a copy of this half of the runner here. And then runner E1 in red is our parts for some of the little detailed parts, as well as its kind of hair out the back of its head. And then we have runner E2 as well, which is a copy of this corner of the runner up here. And then finally runner F is those clear purple effect parts for the backpack. We've got 2 of this runner, and these parts look really, really nice as well. So those will look great on the backpack. Alright, so there it is, all of the runners and parts and everything for Wargreymon Amplified. Now, I've had pretty mixed kind of experience with the Figure-rise line in the past so far. All of the kits seem to have some aspect of them which is not really all that great. So while the kits kind of in general are pretty cool looking, they always kind of seem to have something. So I'm not sure what that's going to be with this kit. I have a feeling, like I said, I think it's going to be that maybe some parts of the articulation are going to be pretty lacking. But I'm not quite sure yet, and we'll find out in the review, I suppose, so make sure you stay tuned and watch for that coming up next. If you guys have any other further questions or comments, of course, feel free to leave those down below. And as always, just thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the review. Bye-bye.